How to complete Form I-90. 1. Type or print all information clearly using black ink. 2. If you require additional space to complete any part of this form, use Part 8, Additional Information, or attach a separate sheet of paper. On each extra sheet, type or print your full name and alien registration number, A number, if any, at the top. Clearly note the page number, part number, and item number that your answer refers to. Sign and date each additional sheet. 3. Answer all questions fully and accurately. If a question does not apply to you, for example, provide the name of your current spouse and you have never been married, write NA unless otherwise directed. If a numeric answer is 0 or none, for example, how many children do you have, type none unless otherwise instructed. Specific instructions. Part 1. Information about you. Item 1. Alien registration number, A number, if any. Provide your A number. It begins with an A and can be found on correspondence from the Department of Homeland Security, DHS, or USCIS. If you do not have one, write NA. Item 2. USCIS Online Account Number, OAN. You will only have an OAN if you previously filed a form with a receipt number beginning with IOE. If you filed online, find your OAN in your USCIS account profile. If you mailed your form, your OAN appears at the top of the account access notice we sent you. If you do not have a receipt number beginning with IOE, you do not have an OAN. Note, the OAN is not the same as your A number. Items 3A through 3C, your full name. Enter your full legal name in the spaces provided. Item 4. Has your name legally changed since your permanent resident card was issued? Select yes or no. If yes, continue to items 5A through 5C and include official documentation of your legal name change, e.g., marriage certificate, divorce decree, adoption decree, or other court-issued document. These documents must be registered with the proper civil authority. If no, or if you have never received a permanent resident card, proceed to items 6A through 6F. Items 5A through 5C, name on current card. Enter your full name exactly as it appears on your current permanent resident card, even if it is outdated. Items 6A through 6I, mailing address. Provide the mailing address where you wish to receive correspondence about your application. Important. USCIS will not mail a permanent resident card to a foreign address, only to a valid U.S. mailing address. If you plan to travel abroad and your card is expiring, apply for and receive your new card before departing the U.S. Note for alien commuters. If you currently reside in a foreign contiguous territory, you may provide your foreign mailing address. If you will reside in the U.S., provide your U.S. mailing address. If you are becoming a commuter, follow the instructions for item 2.H1, indicating the U.S. port of entry you will use. USCIS will send your card to that port of entry for pickup. If you are already a commuter using a foreign mailing address, include your port of entry information in item 2.H1A. Items 7A through 7H, physical address. If your physical address differs from your mailing address, provide it here. Alien commuters must list their foreign physical residence address. Item 8, sex. Select male or female as listed on your birth certificate or secondary evidence provided to USCIS. Item 9, date of birth. Enter your date of birth in MM-DD-YYYY format. Items 10-11, place of birth. Provide the city, town, village, and country where you were born. Items 12 and 13, mother's and father's names. Enter your mother's and father's first names in the spaces provided. Item 14, class of admission. Enter the 3-character immigrant category code, for example, IR2, found on your permanent resident card. Item 15, date of admission. Provide the date you were granted lawful permanent resident or conditional resident status in MM-DD-YYYY format. Item 16. U.S. Social Security number, if any. Enter your 9-digit U.S. Social Security number if you have one. Part 2. Application type. Select only one box from items 1A through 1C that matches your current immigration status. Then proceed to Section A or B as applicable. Read all instructions carefully before choosing. Reason for application. Section A. For lawful permanent residents or permanent residents in commuter status. If you are a conditional permanent resident, complete Section B instead. Item 2A. My previous card has been lost, stolen, or destroyed. Select this if your card is missing or damaged beyond use. Submit a copy of your previous card or another government-issued ID showing your name, date of birth, photograph, and signature, for example, passport, driver's license, or military ID. Item 2B. My previous card was issued but never received. Select this if you never received your card. Submit a copy of your most recent Form I-797 Notice of Action for any form that should have led to your card's issuance, such as Form I-485, Application to Register Permanent Residence or Adjust Status, Form I-751, Petition to Remove Conditions of Residence, Form I-829, I-698, I-881, EOI-42B, or I-90. If you are admitted as an immigrant, provide a passport page showing the I-551 stamp received upon entry. Include a copy of a government-issued ID with your name, DOB, photo, and signature, for example, passport, driver's license, or military identification document. Note: do not select this reason if your card was mailed to your address and was not returned to USCIS as undeliverable. To confirm, check your case status at www.uscis.gov/case-status or call the USCIS National Customer Service Center at 1-800-375-5283, TTY 800-767-1833. If your card was not returned, you must file using Reason 2A. My previous card has been lost, stolen, or destroyed. Item 2C. My existing card has been mutilated. Select this if your card is damaged or partially destroyed. Submit a copy of your current card or another government-issued ID containing your name, date of birth, photograph, and signature. Continuing, Section A, for lawful permanent residents or permanent residents in commuter status. Item 2D. My existing card has incorrect data because of a Department of Homeland Security, DHS, error. Select this option if your permanent resident card contains incorrect information due to an error made by DHS. Attach the original permanent resident card showing the incorrect data. A photocopy will not be accepted. Include proof of your correct biographic information, such as a copy of an original court order reflecting your correct name, marriage certificate, divorce decree, adoption decree, or other court-issued document. Legal name change documents submitted as evidence must have been registered with the proper civil authority to be valid. Note: if the error was not caused by DHS, you must file under Reason 2E. My name or other biographic information has been legally changed since issuance of my existing card. Item 2E. My name or other biographic information has been legally changed since issuance of my existing card. Select this option if your biographic information has changed, for example, a legal name change, or if the incorrect information on your card was not due to DHS's error. Submit official documents proving the legal change, such as a registered copy of your marriage certificate, divorce decree, adoption decree, or another court-issued document showing your legal name change. Documents must have been registered with the proper civil authority to be valid. Item 2F. My existing card has already expired or will expire within 6 months. Select this reason if your permanent resident card is expired or will expire within the next 6 months. Submit a copy of your current or expired card. Note: if your card will not expire within 6 months, your application may be denied. Item 2G1. I have reached my 14th birthday and am registering as required. My existing card will expire after my 16th birthday. Select this option if you have turned 14 years old within the past 30 days and your current card expires after your 16th birthday. When filing under this reason, submit a copy of your current permanent resident card. You must register and be fingerprinted within 30 days after your turn 14. If you did not file within 30 days after turning 14, you must file under reason 2F. My existing card has already expired or will expire in 6 months. Item 2G2. I have reached my 14th birthday and am registering as required. My existing card will expire before my 16th birthday. Select this reason if you have reached your 14th birthday and your current card expires before your 16th birthday. When using this reason, submit a copy of your current permanent resident card. You may only select this option if your card was issued before your 14th birthday and you are filing for registration purposes. Lawful permanent residents must register and be fingerprinted within 30 days after turning 14. If your card will expire after your 16th birthday, use reason 2G1 instead. Note, if your card has expired, you must use reason 2F. Item 2H1. I am a permanent resident who is taking up commuter status. Select this option if you are a lawful permanent resident who will live outside the United States but commute to work within the U.S. Only residents of Mexico or Canada who work in the U.S. are eligible. Provide in the space given the city/town and state of the U.S. port of entry you will use to enter and exit the country. If multiple POEs exist in that city, specify the airport, bridge, or tunnel name to help USCIS identify where to send your card. If you need more room, use Part 8, Additional Information. Submit proof of employment in the U.S. dated within the last 6 months, such as recent pay stubs or a letter from your employer on company letterhead, including address and phone number. You will be able to pick up your card at the specified port of entry. Item 2H2. I am a commuter who is taking up actual residence in the United States. Select this if you are currently in commuter status and are now establishing residence within the U.S. Submit evidence of your U.S. residence, such as a lease agreement, deed, or utility bills, dated within the last 6 months. If these documents are in your spouse's or parent's name, include a copy of your marriage or birth certificate as applicable. Item I. I have been automatically converted to lawful permanent resident status. Select this if you were automatically converted to lawful permanent resident status. Submit evidence of your temporary resident status, such as a copy of Form I-797 for Form I-700, and include a government-issued ID with your name, date of birth, photograph, signature. For example, passport, driver's license, or military identification document. Item 2J. I have a prior edition of the alien registration card, or I am applying to replace my current card for a reason not specified above. Select this if you possess an older version of the alien registration card, or you wish to replace your current card for any other reason not listed in the categories above. Submit a copy of your alien registration card or permanent resident card. Section B, for conditional permanent residents only. This section only applies to conditional permanent residents. If you are a lawful permanent resident or in commuter status, complete Section A instead. Item 3A. My previous card was lost, stolen, or destroyed. Select this reason if your card was lost, stolen, or destroyed. Submit a copy of your permanent resident card or a government-issued ID showing your name, date of birth, photograph, and signature. For example, passport, driver's license, or military identification document. Item 3B. Card issued but never received. Select this if USCIS already approved your card but you never got it in the mail. You must include a copy of your Form I-797 Notice of Action for your I-485 Green Card application or I-90 replacement request. Or, if you entered the U.S. with an immigrant visa, a passport page showing the I-551 stamp, temporary green card proof. A government-issued ID with your name, photo, DOB, and signature. Passport, driver's license, etc. Important note: if USCIS mailed your card to the address you gave and it was not returned as undeliverable, you cannot use Reason 3B. In that case, you must file under 3A, Lost, Stolen, or Destroyed Card. To check if your card was returned, visit www.uscis.gov/case status or call USCIS at 1-800-375-5283. TTY 1-800-767-1833. Item 3C. Card mutilated. Select this if your green card is damaged or partially destroyed. Include a copy of your current damaged card or another government-issued ID, passport, license, etc. Item 3D. Incorrect data, DHS error. Select this if the card has incorrect info like the wrong name or date caused by USCIS or DHS. Include the original incorrect card, not copies. Proof of your correct name or info, marriage certificate, birth certificate, court order, passport, etc. If the error was not USCIS's fault, for example, you entered something wrong, use 3E instead. Item 3E. Name or biographic info legally changed. Select this if you legally changed your name, marriage, divorce, court order, etc., or your card info is incorrect because of your own update, not USCIS's mistake. Include proof of name or info change, court order, marriage certificate, passport, birth certificate, etc. Part 3. Processing info. You'll list where you applied for your immigrant visa or green card, embassy or USCIS office, where your visa was issued or adjustment was granted, your port of entry if you came to the U.S. with an immigrant visa. Answer if you've ever been in deportation or removal proceedings. Answer if you've ever filed Form I-407 to abandon your green card. Biographic information. You'll also provide ethnicity and race, height, feet and inches, weight, pounds, eye color, hair color. Part 5 through 7, signatures. Part 5. You, the applicant, must sign and date it. No stamps or typed names. Part 6. If an interpreter helped you, they must complete and sign their section. Part 7. If a preparer or lawyer filled it for you, they must sign and include Form G28 if representing you legally.